Kelly, welcome to the show. We have much to discuss, and here to help me do it, co-host of PBS's In Principle, Amy Holmes, NBC legal analyst Dan Goldman, and Rolling Stone contributing editor and host of the podcast Inside the Studio, Joe Levy. All right. So my friend, my good friend, she's a pretty powerful player on Wall Street at a hedge fund, calls me up last night, irritated. She has gone to her umpteenth dinner, right? She's been to a gazillion of these things, and she's established. It's not like she's 22. And gets asked, as she says she does at all of these dinners, who's watching your kids? Now, what man ever gets asked that question when they go out? Truly, when you go out, have you ever been asked, like at a work dinner or whatever, who's watching your children?
No.
It doesn't happen. And so I said, what did
now,
you...
Wait, are people asking her this because they want the name of a good sitter? I don't understand.
They know she's a mom. She has 3 young children.
Like she should be home watching the kids.
Like who? Like
not that she should be,
but
she's
it's like
responsible for
clearly
that. Right.
you're in charge of it, and there's a sort of an implication that you're here
but
instead of
Megyn,
there.
Is that really so wrong? I mean, there's the implication that she cares that someone's looking after her kids.
No, because they never ask that of a man.
But statistically, that tends to be the case, that women, mothers, look after their children at a higher rate than husbands do.
But you
whether
don't want to be
like it or not,
asked that when
tends
you're
to be the
out in a
fact.
professional setting. I mean,
Well, it is weird cocktail chit-chat.
Totally. And I said to her, I'm like, well, what do you say? And she says, at this point, I just say, oh, crap, I have no idea. Like, great. That's the perfect response, you know?
Like, oh, wait, my kids.
But listen, I remember getting this. So there was a movement not long ago on the red carpet, and it was called #AskHerMore, where they were trying to get reporters on the red carpet. You know this in the music world.
Try to get them to ask more than who are you wearing,
What are you wearing?
right? What are you wearing? Because the red carpet, why are we asking all the women that and we're not asking the men? And it's all we're asking.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I understand, I mean, women wear these beautiful fashions and people want to know, but it tends so often to be limited to that. And even back, I remember in 2008 when it was Barack Obama versus John McCain. And Sarah Palin was McCain's running mate. And people were writing articles about how is she going to be potentially the vice president, even though she's got 5 kids. And nobody wanted to know how Barack Obama might hold the top job on the other side. And he has two young kids.
Or Joe Biden when he was a single father as a senator.
Right, handled it just fine.
Right.
So these questions get asked of women in a way that is irritating, and it puts them on the defensive about their motherhood, their life choices. And really, this is just my soapbox to say, please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. She will find a babysitter, and you don't need to worry about what's happening to her kids. Absolutely right.
Oh, very good, Dan.
There you go. Very progressive. Very evolved. Okay. We're going into the fall. We're in the fall now, just about, and this is the start of cold and flu season. And there's all these articles coming out now. This one I think was on a medical website about the man cold. Yeah, you know
mean
what I'm
the
talking
man
about.
baby?
Yeah, the man baby cold. About how men do not handle colds as well as women. Am I right? Every woman out here is like,
I feel like my wife planted this story.
She did call our producers. So the question is, why are men such big babies when they get colds? Dan,
Well,
Joe?
I mean, because for one thing, I'm
with that
6'1", so I'm big, and I'm a baby. I'm a big baby. There's no argument about this. Listen, I know that my cold is not the end of the world. I know that I am not going to die. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to complain about it. And I believe that men feel that there is a cure for the common cold, and it's sympathy.
I disagree. I disagree. The cure for the common cold is a nap.
A nap. Okay.
Not sympathy.
But come on.
Come on, there's a scientific reason for this.
What's that?
Really?
It's on
Is
the
there a
Y
test?
chromosome. And if you're not aware of this, I'm sure someone is looking into it.
I have to tell you, it's so funny because my husband, Doug, it's not just a cold, it's any illness whatsoever, right? Any illness
poor
whatsoever.
Doug.
And I'm always like, you have got to play hurt. Get up. We have 3 young kids.
I think also men, they do like to be fussed over, and they like to be the center,
Right.
and have all of that attention.
Hey, I'm not afraid of spiders, okay? So let me put that out there right now, that this might balance out. At least in my apartment, it balances out.
That's a good point. And I am, and Doug he takes care of the bugs.
Kills the spiders.
Okay.
Well, I
There you
don't
go.
really like to kill the spiders because they eat
You
the
like
bugs.
to set them free.
No, because they eat the bugs.
They eat the bugs.
Yeah.
I appreciate what the
You've got a
spiders
whole
do.
ecosystem.
I do. They're higher than the mosquitoes. I mean, that's my number one goal is to get rid of the mosquitoes.
Sure.
Like over
Yeah.
the summer,
Oh,
you know,
I hate
like
mosquitoes.
don't kill the spiders, whatever you do. But
the
you know,
question I
we
have
live in
on
New York
this-
City, so roaches are a different story.
The
Yeah.
question I have on this study, is it also true about sleep? Because there is no question, my wife drills me about this, that I need a lot more sleep than she does. And I don't know if
that's
that's
interesting.
a gender thing or just...
I don't know, but there was a doctor who weighed in
Rip Van Winkle.
from this is from WebMD, a psychology expert who said he's seen this sort of man cold situation, and he said it's called pretenditis. All right, now we've got to move on to the best news of the day. Do you guys work out?
No.
No, me neither. How about you guys?
Once upon a time.
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Yes.
All right. How long is your typical workout, would you say?
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, and is that,
And
is
it
that like
shows, it
is that
shows
like
you're
weights or
slim.
cardio? Walk, you know.
Oh, it's everything. It's obstacle
all.
course. No. I go to boxing classes mostly. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
aggression.
So here-
You wanna get the
I
aggression.
want to get the aggression out. I need it out. No,
the
it's
sad
just,
truth.
I like exercising, and I like it for my head as much as the rest of me. It really keeps things on an even keel for me, and it keeps me positive and energized. So, yeah, I go to different kind of classes.
Well, you're wasting your time.
I am.
Yeah.
All right.
You're wasting 27 minutes of your time to be exact.
Well, it wouldn't be the first
Yeah.
time.
There is a new. Oh wow! Took it to a dark place, didn't you, ladies? If your workout lasts longer than 13 minutes, science says you're wasting your time.
Wow.
This is an actual study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, which is a journal we've never read. They compared 3 different groups of men who worked out 13 minutes, 40 minutes, and 70 minutes, and like lifting weights, doing actual weights. And so the 13-minute folks did 1 set, so they'd go work biceps, then they triceps, whatever it is. But
Whatever those muscles are
whatever the
called.
muscles are, they worked them. They did the reps until they couldn't do them anymore. Just do it
Right,
till
okay.
exhaustion is what they did, right? So like once you cannot lift the barbell anymore, you put it down, you move on to a different muscle group. That's what they did. Then the second group who did 40 minutes, they did 3 sets of everything and sort of got more muscle groups, I guess. And then the 70-minute folks did 5 sets. Those who performed just 1 set of each exercise benefited just as much as those who did 5 times
Wow.
the work.
Well, if I do 5 minutes, that's a victory.
Same.
Yeah. But, Joe, I think you make an important point that exercise is more than just the physical
Right.
benefits and that there's just clearing your mind
Whatever.
for 40 minutes.
The point is, you can get that benefit in 13.
So you got to start.
Well, I
Yeah.
actually feel inspired. I
Do you?
could do, you know how I don't work out. I could do 13
You
minutes.
could do 13 minutes.
Totally.
Let's do it. Let's
the rest of the show?
Let's market the 13-minute Megyn Kelly workout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let it start now.
I actually, and I like the idea. Oh, wow. I actually feel like that is an attractive workout to me as well because, let's face it, going back and doing all the extra sets over and over and over again is a bore.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
this-
I read that 2 hours of walking only burns like 300 calories. Like, that's a sandwich right there.
That
Like,
is depressing.
very depressing.
Although they do say as we get older, like, don't do any of the big runs anymore. Like,
Oh, really?
Just go walking.
Any more excuses you can tell
Oh,
me?
every single doctor I have, you know, it's like the OBGYN, the primary care doctor, the dermatologist, they're all like, walk. Like,
Walk, don't run.
I'm starting to get a complex. Anyway, 13 minutes, and that's pretty impressive.